Dear students, a pleasant morning to everyone. As we have completed our chapter 1, let us move to chapter 2 today, whole numbers. Dear children, can you count the number of pens here? Yes, there are 4 pens. Well, it was very easy to count, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 pens, right? As we know, we use 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on when we begin to count. They come naturally when we start counting. Hence, mathematicians call the counting numbers as natural numbers. Natural numbers. Counting numbers are called natural numbers. See here, the definition says counting numbers. The name counting itself says when you start counting any objects or things, for example, the number of books in your bag, when you start counting it, you start to count from 1, then 2, 3 and so on, right? So these numbers which starts from 1 are called as natural numbers. But we also know that 0 is also a number, though we start to count from 1. So, when this 0 is added to the group of natural numbers, it is called as whole numbers. Look at the definition of whole numbers. Natural numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Yes, see the definitions of the natural numbers and whole numbers once again. So natural numbers, counting numbers are called natural numbers. Counting, we start counting from 1. So it is called as counting numbers. Counting numbers are called natural numbers and it begins with 1. Okay. Whereas whole numbers, for this set of natural numbers, when 0 is added, it becomes whole numbers. See, natural numbers, the same natural numbers along with 0 means including 0, it becomes whole numbers. See the whole numbers, it starts from 0. This rest all is natural numbers. Along with this natural numbers, when 0 is included, it is called as whole numbers. I hope now it is clear to you. Natural numbers begins with 1, whole numbers begins with 0. Fine. In your previous classes, you have learned to perform all the basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and also division on numbers. Let us try them on a number line. Before we proceed, let us find out what a number line is. To draw the number line, draw a line, that is, line has one starting point or the initial point and the other end has an arrow mark which indicates that this can be extended as much as we can. So mark the initial point as 0, then mark a second point, that is to the right of the 0. So this is the first point, mark the second point to the right of the 0 and label it as 1. Fine, label it as 1. So this distance between 0 and 1, we call it as unit distance. What do we call? Unit distance. So the gap between 0 and 1, the distance from 0 and 1 is called as unit distance. Fine. And then mark the third point to the right of the 1, that is here, and label it as 2. Then to the right of the 2, the next point is 3. then 4, then to the right 5, then 6, 7, 8 and so on we can label it. In this way we go on labeling points at unit distances on a number line. This is a number line for the whole numbers. Whole numbers begins with 0. So this number line is for whole numbers and the distance between each number is called as unit distance. We shall see how to apply mathematical operations on this number line in our next class. For the next class, get ready with a pen and notebook to work out. Have a nice day, children. Thank you.